So me give it to our girls. 5,040,000 naughty shorty. Baby girl, all my girls, all my girls. Shonda Paul say, well, I'm on the way, the time cold, I wanna be keeping you warm. I got the right temperature for shelter you from the storm. Hold on, girl, I got the right tactics to turn you on. And girl, I wanna be the papa, you can be the mom. Oh, oh. Because the girl them broke out on the floor. From you don't wanna work this performer. From you don't wanna man where can't turn you on. Girl, make I see you when them upon ya. Can't stand for the long, nah eat no yam, no steamed fish, no green banana. But down in Jamaica we give it to you hot like a sauna. Well, I'm on the way, the time cold, I wanna be keeping you warm. I got the right temperature for shelter you from the storm. Hold on, girl, I got the right tactics to turn you on. And girl, I wanna be the papa, you can be the mom. Oh, oh. Bumper exposed and girl, you got the chest out, but you know we out, cause girl, you impress out. And if it is out of me, if it is out, cause I got the remedy for make you de-stress out. Me have a flat to become me God bless out. And girl, if you want it, you have to confess out. And a life where we need set speed, if it is to my chest out. Well, I'm on the way, the time cold, I wanna be keeping you warm. I got the right temperature for shelter you from the storm. Hold on, girl, I got the right tactics to turn you on. And girl, I wanna be the papa, you can be the mom. Oh, oh. Girl, those some crazy now. This straight drop it and a Bridget and flavor show. Time for we make baby now. So stop going like you, I get shady, yo. Woman, don't play me now, cause I'm a fits and fat, not greedy, yo. My loving is the way to go. My loving is the way to go. Well, I'm on the way, the time cold, I wanna be keeping you warm. I got the right temperature for shelter you from the storm. Hold on, girl, I got the right tactics to turn you on. And girl, I wanna be the papa, you can be the mom. Oh, oh. When they roll with a player like me, with a brother like me, girl, there is no other. No need to talk it right here, just spark it right here, keep it undercover. Come in love how you fit in your blouse and you fat in your jeans, I'm a wild discover. Everything about you, baby girl, can you hear when me utter? Well, I'm on the way, the time cold, I wanna be keeping you warm. I got the right temperature for shelter you from the storm. Hold on, girl, I got the right tactics to turn you on. And girl, I wanna be the papa, you can be the mom. Oh, oh. I see the girl them broke out on the floor. From you don't wanna work this performer. From you don't wanna man where can't turn you on. Girl, make I see you when them upon ya. Can't stand for the long, nah eat no yam, no steamed fish, no green banana. But down in Jamaica we give it to you hot like a sauna. Well, I'm on the way, the time cold, I wanna be keeping you warm. I got the right temperature for shelter you from the storm. Hold on, girl, I got the right tactics to turn you on. And girl, I wanna be the papa, you can be the mom. Oh, oh.
Confrontation never has been my strength. Always felt like I should take all the blame. But something is changing and I can't contain it no more. Yeah. All the speeches that I made in my head, all the no's I know that I should have said. Like waves in this water, we're rising up stronger, come on. What you see, I'm not pleasing you cause I'm pleasing me. Not wasting more time, I'ma speak up my mind when I want. If I was a man, then you would understand. You wouldn't say I'm causing all this drama. Are you getting uncomfortable now? I'm a little too loud for you now. Don't try to calm me down. I was made to be loud. Goodbye to living a lie, 'cause you got me nowhere in life. Don't try to calm me down. I was made to be loud, Are you getting uncomfortable now? I'm a little too loud for you now. Don't try to calm me down. I was made to be loud. Goodbye to living a lie, 'cause you got me nowhere in life. Don't try to calm me down. I was made to be
Pouncing radar race through the dapple shadows. Light was pouring down upon the stepping stones. Felt like morning coming for his throne. I don't know why, but it looked like a tiger striped sky. Well, half the world was pulling on its colors as nights turned the day to the hours. Glow was coming down, coming down. I don't know why, but it felt like a tiger striped sky. Won't tell me why I'm underneath the tiger striped sky. Oh, tell me why I'm underneath the tiger striped sky. Tired of seeing adventures on a cafe wall. Think I'll take a turn from the known road. Think I'll write a tale of my own. I'm going southbound to where the ocean's flirting with the coast. Well, tell me why I'm underneath the tiger striped sky. Oh, tell me why I'm underneath the tiger striped sky. So I've been giving up my stripes, be painting with new colors, beginning with dark white. Oh, I've been giving up my stripes, painting with new colors, beginning with dark white.
Get this money by the hour, man. Power. All I want is the power. All I want is the power. Money bring me the power.
All I want is power, money and the power. Got middle fingers to you cowards. Yeah, I heard she got power. That's a different kind of power. Your boy work is all to get $1 million damn dollars. All I want is power, money and the power. All we got, middle fingers to you cowards. Yeah, I heard she got power. That's a different kind of power. Your boy work is all to get $1 million damn dollars. Ain't nobody gave me Nathan. I started with a dream. The streets call me Benson. Way I put together this team. We all came from the struggle, but I came from the cream. They say the cream rise to the top. Boy, what the hell you mean? I said my daddy out the brick. Tell my grandma that new house. Everybody that I left, homie, they didn't want out. So I did it on my own. I don't owe nobody, man. I'm a hood dude, but homie, yeah, I'm rich. And I'm riding in that Rolls Royce cause I made it. And this family stuff that got crazy. For $1 million, your friends will change. You might lose your damn old lady. And ain't no limit to us getting paper. Your boy work hard, middle fingers to you haters. Y'all can't stop us. All I want is power, money and the power. All we got, middle fingers to you cowards. Yeah, I heard she got power. That's a different kind of power. Your boy work is all to get $1 million damn dollars. All I want is power.
I got all this power, I got all this powder. Plus I got all these downers, I got heavy firepower. I put the power in power. Split your avocado, hair trigger, Palomalo. I'm the first to find out the last note. I'm the shit on the bathroom floor. Used to sell fake crack with soap. They don't make soap like that no more. You live by the gavel or by the gun. Find out the tattle, we chop your tongue. And mail that to your mama house with a note saying we got your son. I'm a beast in these streets. Say that then. I just did, but say that again. I'm a beast in these streets, block party on bleak, blood, gang, respect them powers that be.
All I want is power, money and the power. All we got, middle fingers to you cowards. Yeah, I heard she got power. That's a different kind of power. Your boy work is all to get $1 million damn dollars. All I want is power, money and the power. All we got, middle fingers to you cowards. Yeah, I heard she got power. That's a different kind of power. Your boy work is all to get $1 million damn dollars. All I want is power.
You shout it out, but I can't hear a word you say. I'm talking loud, not saying much. I'm criticized, but how your bullets ricochet. Shoot me down, but I get up. I'm bulletproof, nothing to lose. Far away, ricochet. You take your aim. Far away. You shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium. You shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium. but it's you who have further to fall. Ghost town, haunted love. Raise your voice, sticks and stones may break my bones. Talking loud, not saying much. I'm bulletproof, nothing to lose. Far away, ricochet. You take your aim, far away. You shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium. You shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am Stone heart, machine gun, firing at the ones who run. Stone heart, those bulletproof glass. You shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium. You shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium. You shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium. You shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am
Yeah, my baby, my Valentine. Yeah. Can I you to make you what the temperature is? If you leave me a good time, I swear. You are like the oxygen I need to survive. I'll be honest. Loving the thought of me, I am so obsessed. I want to chop your heart. Never did it back and it's real. Open up, make us feel. Yeah, my love, one thing. Me make a bad man sing, no. Tell me where you from, come. My body na follow, come. Love is silicone. I got the finish work. Without you, I could feel lose my mind. Without you, I could feel fall and die. Without you, I could give up my life. Without you. Never need a back and it's real. Open up, make us feel. Yeah, my love, one thing. Me make a bad man sing, no. You mean the world to me. You're my living fantasy. I love you. But no one above you. Lover, don't give this love to nobody. Lover, don't call another nigga honey. Lover, I wanna be your lover forever.
All right. Happy Sunday, everyone. It's good to have you all with us. Thank you so much for always tuning in. Huge news we're dropping today. Big news. So we're gonna drop some major news. Huge announcement. Life altering. talk about some things that are coming up, some things that happened last week. Just kind of update all of you guys on Night Universe.
Great.
Right? So first and foremost, the big announcement. Should we do it like after the episode and make everybody wait?
No.
So, all right. Are all you ready? Are you all sitting down? Because this is huge. I now work for the FBI. No, I'm just kidding. It's a joke. I'm kidding. That's not the big news. This looks real though, doesn't it? Canal, do you see that? Oh my God, it looks so real. So the props came in for our new movie. This isn't the big news, but the props came in for our new series, Dark Ops.
Mhm.
And so super excited about that. So all the props are in. And FBI jackets. Legit. So legit. Yeah, I'm excited. We're super excited about the new series. Okay, so big news. I am quitting cybersecurity. That is not a joke. So look, here's the thing. I am a big proponent of creating content, not for your audience, but for you. Create content that you're driven by, that you're impassioned by, because if you're not enjoying something, it comes through in your work, right? So what I made the decision, I sat down with Mel, we talked about it, and after 22 years, I just am not interested in getting labs working anymore, getting Frida working on Ubuntu, or just some of the idiosyncratic nuances that you run into in creating cybersecurity content.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
I think you should qualify what that means, though, because
I'm not quitting cybersecurity in general. What I'm doing is we are completely changing the content that we deliver.
Yeah, so I think I want to elaborate a little bit more because you're probably all freaking out, like what's happening.
Like what? Alyssa's quitting cybersecurity.
So
I'm changing the type of content that I deliver.
Right, type of content. Also, you know, Alyssa is more on the content asset creation side, more of an influencer side, more of she doesn't want to be doing pen tests for companies anymore. She doesn't want to be hired and contracted to do a pen test.
Yeah. So
hacker.
I'm not going to be doing penetration testing anymore.
So she won't be practicing cybersecurity. What she'd be doing is taking all that experience and delivering amazing cybersecurity content for our customers. She's more on the CMO side, where she's a chief marketing officer for several of our clients.
I do want to announce that too.
Yeah.
So sort of kind of like a part B to this announcement is not only am I no longer going to be delivering cybersecurity content anymore, but meaning how to do something. I would say I'd call it more how-to videos.
Exactly.
Like how-to cybersecurity videos, I am no longer going to be doing anymore. A part B to this announcement, sort of like small text, italics, is I'm announcing for the first time on this show that I not only, as many of you know, have been recently hired as the chief marketing officer for Tego, but I am now officially announcing, because it's official, that I am now the new chief evangelist for Deep Fence. So that's huge news. We're super excited about that. I will be working very closely with Sandeep Lahane, the CEO of Deep Fence. For those of you who don't know what Deep Fence is a microservices visibility security company. So what they do is they give you visibility into, or I should say what we do. What we do is we provide you visibility in between the microservices containers and also vulnerability management. So helping you identify and classify all the vulnerabilities in your containers, as well as giving you that container level visibility. So, you know, a company will have thousands of containers running in Kubernetes or whatever, AWS, Azure, and not know what's happening in between those containers. And being able to have visibility into that traffic is obviously enormous when you're talking about a hacker that's pivoting from container to container, or command and control traffic that might be coming out of a container. So that east-west traffic in containers is huge. Thank you so much, Red. Oh, we should do some shout outs. Red, Funky. Funky's like, no, what, huh? Yeah, I know it's a shock to a lot of you. Kirkland, it's good to see you. I know it's a shock. Look, so I'm no longer doing penetration testing, meaning that if somebody comes to me and says, Alyssa, hack our APIs, Alyssa, perform this pen test against this Windows network. I am no longer doing any sort of cybersecurity consulting. All of that is over. What I'm doing is I'm pursuing my passion as a filmmaker, as a director, producer for Night Studios, and my roles as a chief marketing officer, a brand evangelist. These roles that I have in helping these startup companies with content marketing. So primarily, we'll be very involved in designing the content marketing strategy for these companies, producing that content. So I'll still be producing cybersecurity content, just the kind of content where I walk you through how to hack something or how to do something. I won't be doing that kind of content anymore. Now, I recognize the fact that this is obviously coming as a shock to many of you. I know we have some Shadow Academy members here. I know some of you, like Funky, you're probably wondering, what does this mean for Shadow Academy? So I don't know yet. I don't know what that means for Shadow Academy yet. I'd love to sit down and talk to you, Funky, and some of you others who are members of Shadow Academy. Here's the thing. After 22 years, it's no longer something where I feel like I'm learning anything new anymore after 2 decades. I don't look forward to creating certain cybersecurity content anymore, just because I feel like I've hit that point where I want to do something different. I want to reinvent myself. That was the reason for the graphic that I used as the cover image for this show. Is I'm wiping the slate clean. I've been a penetration tester. I've been a forensic analyst. I've worked as I've been a serial entrepreneur. We're now starting this coffee company, which, by the way, we're unveiling our first set of photos from our tour in Seattle of our coffee production company. And I was thinking, look, there's the possibility that I'm going to lose followers. I absolutely love and adore all of you. Absolutely love you. And I know that as an influencer, I'm nothing without you. So the thing about it is that I know in creating content about filmmaking and what that means, and this new series I want to start about starting a movie production company, all of these things that I want to do in filmmaking, I know that I'm going to lose followers. We're going to lose followers. There's going to be people that were only following me for cybersecurity on how to hack APIs or cars or black boxes. But I kind of look at it from this way. I was thinking about it. I love Iron Man, right? I love the Iron Man franchise. I don't want to watch Iron Man to sit there and figure out how to create an Iron Man suit, right? I don't want to sit there and watch the different Iron Man, episodes in the franchise because I want to learn how to be Tony Stark. I watch it because I fall in love with the character. We watch things not because we want to learn what they know how to do or be them. We fall in love with content, with shows, with movies because we fall in love with the characters.
Right.
And I've thought about it from like, I'm sure that many of you understand that we are all our own media production companies now. We're all our own cable show networks. We all have a microphone. We all have social media accounts. We all have thousands, tens of thousands, or millions of followers. And so we have the ability to put out content, put out shows, put out anything we want as ourselves. So knowing how to do that with production level quality, something that's cinematic, creating the ultimate home YouTube studio, these are all important to all of us and germane to all of us, because when we're looking for a job, what is the first thing that employers do now? They Google you if they're looking to hire you, if you're applying for a job. So knowing how to create the best possible content out there as a filmmaker, as a YouTuber, as a podcaster, all of these things that people reach out to me for. Hey, Alyssa, can you build an Amazon cart for me? How do I know what microphone to buy? How do I know what lighting to buy? How do I know what camera to buy? All of these things is the new kind of content that we within Night Television will be producing. So I don't know yet, because I do love Shadow Academy. I have enjoyed meeting all of you and creating the content for Shadow Academy and doing each and every episode, and do find myself learning. So I don't know what that means. Do we take the film production stuff and put it in Shadow Academy? Do we create a new membership level for the filmmaking stuff so people can continue to access the old Shadow Academy videos? Or if I want to make a new Shadow Academy video, maybe, I want to continue the series on hacking crappy. Maybe I want to continue the series on, bypassing mobile apps and certificate pinning with Frida. I don't know. I kind of feel like I want to sort of leave that brand, that Shadow Academy brand, and start a new one. I was thinking, in filmmaking, painting with light and cinematic lighting, just light in general in filmmaking is a huge thing. So I kind of want to call the new show Nightlight.
Yeah, and the cool thing with all of our different brands is that can tie nicely in with Night Studios, because we already have a Night Studios website. We have a Night Studios production company. All of our productions are done by Night Studios. So I think being able to take that further, and actually just now do something more on the YouTube channel with Night Studios. So it won't be a Alyssa Night subscription. It'll be a Night Studio subscription.
Yeah, and all the brands will be changing.
Yeah, so it won't be tied to an individual. It'd be tied to one of our production companies or one of our.
So we're gonna have Night Studios, Night Coffee Co., Night Television. All of the YouTube shows will fall underneath Night Television. So Night, whether it's Nightlife on ITSP Magazine, or Nightlight, if that ends up being what the show will be called for the filmmaking content, but all that will fall under Night Television. So Mel and I are going to sit down and we're going to go through a reorg of all of the brands, just figuring out what stays and what goes. Corey asked what will happen with Shadow Academy. So the plan is to, of course, leave the Shadow Academy videos and content there. We're not going to delete them or anything like that.
No.
I think we may maintain the Shadow Academy brand, allowing me to produce new videos when I want them outside of a regular scheduled cadence. And then just, I don't know. I think the jury's still out on that. Funky Monk, Corey, Red, I don't want any of you to be upset. I obviously don't want to lose you guys and all of you as followers. This is a huge thing. This is, a scary thing. I mean, I've been working at building my YouTube channel for so many years now. And so we're pivoting. I'm basically saying, look, I'm reinventing myself. I want, the content that I create to be aligned with myself as a filmmaker, as a director and producer. We're now filming multiple franchises. we're in the process of closing a new contract for another new series outside of the new FBI series. So, here's the thing. I feel like, and some of you have reached out to me who are not filmmakers, who are cybersecurity engineers and want to start your own podcast or want to start your own YouTube show, or at least put up some YouTube videos to show what you know how to do. So when you're applying for a job and your potential employer does Google your name, they find that content and it's the best possible content. So I've helped people, create a home YouTube studio, create a podcast, and all the technology that they needed to buy to build out that audio chain or that video chain. And they're not filmmakers. So I don't know. I'm hoping all of you will continue to follow me, even though it's a marriage or collision of cybersecurity content with filmmaking, because obviously the content of the Night Studio shows will continue to be about hacking and cybersecurity.
Right.
It's not like we're completely leaving that crime genre to something else. My whole sphere of as a creator now is this collision of filmmaking with hacking, with cybersecurity, making sure that Night Studios will continue to deliver technically accurate content. And a lot of you have reached out to me on LinkedIn and Twitter and said, look, that's what we love about Ransom. That's what we love about Heat. It's technically accurate. Rami Malek style technical accuracy from Mr. Robot, and to these numerous franchises that we've been creating. Red says, we just want you to be happy. Thank you so much, Red. Corey
nice.
says, I will always be a follower. This is a great community. Thank you, Corey. Ty, thank you very much. So yeah, thank you for all of the kind words, everyone. We don't want to lose you as followers, but I want to create content that I'm passionate about, that I feel like is that next evolution for me as a creator. And I want to, I hope that I've helped pave a road for the new generation of content creators in cybersecurity who do want to create how-to videos on how to do this stuff, like Dr. Katie Paxton Fear and some of the other influencers and cybersecurity content creators out there. And hope that many of you from Shadow Academy will start your own channels. And, I just feel like we're creating the path for the new generations of people coming into cybersecurity to create their content.
Mm-hmm.
And so I really hope that I've been a trailblazer in cybersecurity. I really hope that I've gone off that beaten path and helped form a path for all of you to come behind me and create cybersecurity how-to videos and blogs and papers better than mine, right? So, there's that quote, good leaders don't create followers. Good leaders create other leaders. And that's always been the impetus for everything I've always wanted to do, was create my replacement, help to educate all of you on someday coming in once I'm long and gone, create better content than I did and build upon that, on that foundation that I helped create. So I love all of you and hope you will continue to follow us. We're super excited about all the new franchises that we're running at Night Studios. As many of you already know, we've just taken home our 3rd Cannes Award. Yay! Mel and I are going to be going to Nice, France in 2 weeks. Not next week, but in 2 weeks.
The Friday after next.
Yep, exactly. And I want to show some of you. We're going to be unveiling.
We're leaving on the 9th of September, so we'll be back.
We're going to be unveiling some pictures here. What you're looking at on your screen is, let me see, how do I make this smaller? Is pictures from our recent tour in Seattle of the facility. So this is all of the coffee. This is the coffee roasting facility for all of our initial lines of different roasts. This is Mel walking around in the facility in her
You
lab
have to
coat.
be covered in all different sorts of stuff.
Right. So this is a picture of the Nespresso pod machine where our coffee will be loaded into Nespresso pods. These are the bags of coffee beans, for example, from Honduras. And then we also have some bags from Colombia. So just so what happens is these bags arrive green to our facility, then they go through the roasting process, and then they're packaged, and then get shipped to our 3PL, which is third-party logistics warehouse, which will hold the beans in their containers, in their cartons, whether they're K-cups or Nespresso pods or the bags, and then ship out to all of you from the 3PL. We live in Las Vegas, so obviously we can't keep these coffee beans in our garage, not with 114-degree weather that we've been having. So the idea is that immediately after leaving our roasting facility in Seattle, they will go to the 3PL, and from the 3PL, they'll ship out to all of you. And this is going to be in a temperature-controlled facility. So right now we're in the process of selecting the best 3PL, and also working with our illustrator to design the boxes and the bags for our coffee.
They'll be your typical 12-ounce bags that you see in the grocery store. So it'll be.
But they're going to be cooler because the ones that are in the grocery store have those ties.
Yeah,
we're doing the
Ziploc.
Ziploc.
So it's going to be airtight sealed. It's going to be nice.
So Mel and I went through and we started sampling some of the initial roasts. We did a light roast, and then we sampled the medium and then the dark. But I'm super excited. The coffee is turning out amazing. I'm really excited about it. So we're going through that whole process involved in becoming a coffee roasting company, and also the process we're going to go through for opening our first coffee shop.
Yep.
So we're just excited about everything that's been going on. That's another reason why I can no longer do we'll call it how-to cybersecurity content. How-to cybersecurity content is because it's just so time intensive, right? Like how long did I burn reinstalling Ubuntu, going through all that process with Frida. I just don't have that time anymore to be rebuilding lab equipment, getting things working in order to just get to the actual pen test itself. I'm not there anymore. I want to do something new, and something that I'm very impassioned by and raptured by is filmmaking.
Right.
So I'm excited about that. Let's see. Red says we love you. Matthew says definitely sounds exciting and can't wait to see the new content. Any idea
thank you, Matthew.
how this might affect your new book? Oh, that's a good question. So hacking APIs, the field guide that I've been working on is still coming. I'm still going to finish my new book. We have a laundry list of people that are waiting for that book to ship. So the plan is still to get it done before Q4 or by Q4. But yeah, that book is still coming. That's a great question, Matt. So for those of you who read my book, Hacking Connected Cars, one thing that was very different about that book was that I used real screenshots from actual penetration tests of cars, and in order to fill that book up with empirical data. So it wasn't just Alyssa said that this is possible, so I have to believe her. This is what I'm saying was possible, and here's screenshots as evidence that I actually did it. And so it was very much of a practical book, versus theory, more of a field guide for hacking connected cars. This is going to be very similar with hacking APIs. Corey Ball wrote a great book. We should give applause to him. He wrote a great book, and it's not going to be a Me Too book that regurgitates everything that Corey said in his book. This book that I'm going to be publishing is from all of my API penetration tests over the last decade. So here's how to do this. Here's the stimulus, here's the expected response to that stimulus, and then here are screenshots to prove that this happened, and this is what I went through. Now, there's going to be some very controversial content in this book. I think, as usual with my content, it's going to be controversial. Screenshots from my Ford hacks are going to be in that book. Now, Ford never came out publicly and said that these weren't possible, this never happened, in order to cover their ass. They didn't say anything at all. So I feel like silence speaks volumes. But
Yeah,
I'm going to have
we'll
actual
see.
screenshots.
It's going to
from
be
it.
very specific to use cases that are done in the past.
Yeah, so Ford immediately, many of you who didn't see the law enforcement vehicle hack on my YouTube channel, there's 2 videos on my YouTube channel that shows me hacking law enforcement vehicles, taking a remote control of them, remotely starting and stopping the engine, and remotely locking and unlocking the doors through their APIs. Now, what I didn't say in the video was it affected every Ford on the road, not just law enforcement. It was any Ford that had an active telematics subscription, and which is on by default when you get the car. I think it remained valid for 2 years. And then, so if it had an active subscription, I could, as long as I knew the VIN, was able to remotely control that vehicle, minus these other steps. But one thing I want to make clear is that Ford fixed all the vulnerabilities and issues and didn't say anything about it. So the SE Magazine article came out, I think an article in Forbes. So multiple news reports covered this hack, and Ford didn't publicly comment on any of it. So what's going to be very controversial, I think, about this book is it's going to have all of the evidence from that, from those attacks and me hacking those law enforcement vehicles. And it shows evidence that it worked and what I did to do it. So I'm super excited about this book. So Matt, great question. The answer is yes, that book is still coming. So Yaniv said, so cool. Red says, gotta run catch up later. Best wishes. Brian says chocolate covered beans. Oh, that's a good idea.
Very cool.
So we have had requests for hot cocoa.
Unfortunately, we can't do hot cocoa.
Yeah, I think we should do it in our coffee shop, because I love.
We can do that.
So just so all of you know, if you ever get a chance to come over and have dinner at our place or whatever, I make amazing hot cocoa. Like I'll say, so what I like to do is I buy this chocolate from Germany, and I melt the chocolate bars in a pot and then add milk. I make it from scratch, add vanilla extract, cinnamon. It's amazing. I make the world's best hot cocoa. I'm sorry. Sorry, Nestle. But so I think we should offer hot cocoa at our coffee shop.
Down the
line.
Would
be cool.
Yeah, it would be cool.
Yeah. Let's see. So, but I don't think we're going to be shipping hot cocoa, at least not initially. Caffeinated chocolate bars. That's not a bad idea. We could look into that too. I think we should get into a whole line of not just coffee, but chocolates.
Night chocolate. We're not there yet. We're going to start with chocolate. We'll figure that out. That means I have to go and investigate each distributor. So right now we're on coffee, and then I think we'll move to candy bars or chocolate bars or. Yeah.
Funky says Ford is probably embarrassed. You're right.
For sure.
Yeah. So they, I want to say that they adopted 42 Crunch as their API security solution and just went through and probably just fixed everything. But yeah, you're right, Funky. I mean, that you got to imagine it wasn't just one, it was like 3 or 4 vulnerabilities. The actual report from that vulnerability research never came out. I never published it. There was never a white paper. So unless another API security vendor comes in and says, we want that research to publish as a sponsored paper, which I'm not even going to be doing white papers anymore. So I don't even think that's going to be possible. So it'll probably only show up in our book. in that book that comes out. So, Wicked says, I just found you and I'm a newbie. Congratulations and wishing you all the best in your future endeavors. Ooh, Coffee, can't wait for your new book. Thanks,
Awesome.
Wicked. Yeah, I mean, look, okay, so just want to make sure everyone is clear. I'm quitting cybersecurity as a practitioner and performing penetration tests, forensics, and all that stuff, right? I'm quitting producing cybersecurity how-to videos, like how to hack this or how to hack that. But I'm going to, obviously, my life is in cybersecurity, but as a filmmaker, and so I'm going to continue to produce films, these new TV series, the new new Netflix series, all this stuff will be in cybersecurity crime genre, but just actually how to do things and also writing white papers, writing blogs, I'm not going to be doing that anymore. So, the good news is, obviously, I'm not going to delete any of the videos on my YouTube channel. Those will continue to stay. The jury is still out on what we're going to do with Shadow Academy. Mel and I are going to sushi after this. So I suspect that's going to be one of the topics of discussion over dinner, is what we do with Shadow Academy. Yeah, for you folks who just discovered me, like Wicked Kit, I'm here. I'm going to be continuing to produce
Content will still
content
come.
as a YouTuber. Nightlight, I really like the name of that for my new YouTube series. So Nightlight, we've got all of night television and everything we're doing with Nightlife, in tech videos, unboxing videos, stuff like that. So I'm here. We're still all going to be able to hang out together. Of course, Mel as well. But I need to definitely focus on the filmmaking and then my roles as CMO and chief evangelist. So
Yeah, all good stuff.
Tega. Okay, so Mel and I are going to be here all of next week. So I need to catch up on all the videos that I told all of you was coming. I'm sorry about that, by the way. I know, the plan is to release this video or this episode and this episode, and I just get caught up with client deliverables and it's technical. So that's another reason behind this, is just,
It's
trimming.
time-consuming.
It's time consuming, trimming everything down and figuring out what franchise is going to continue. Are we going to continue Nightlife? We're going to start this new night television show, Nightlight. What stays and what goes? What do we have time to continue to do? What do we not have time to continue to do? It's really just prioritizing on what needs to get done,
Right.
because of the new coffee company and all the content that we're creating now in and around filmmaking. And obviously these franchises need our attention. So well, that's pretty much it. So we'll be here all next week, and then the week after we're leaving to Nice. So there'll be a Night Squared next weekend, but not the following week. I don't know when we get back from Nice. Do we get back on Friday?
Yes, the 16th.
Okay, so there'll be a Night Squared. We're going to continue Night Squared. Night Squared is our way to update all of you and what's happening in Night Universe. It's important for us to have this time with all of you over coffee or happy hour to just talk about everything going on, because we do have so many franchises within Night Group. We have Night Publishing, my new book coming. There's all of these things that are happening, and this is our way to hang out with all of you and just
tell you what's happening.
Tell
Just
you what's going on.
give you updates on what's happening in all our franchises.
And the interesting thing is our family members joined this too. So like my mom, as you all remember, joined last week. We've got your friend Brooke, who's joined us in the past.
Joins us.
Matt. So it's also a way for our family to keep up with us too, because can you imagine trying to keep up with us all the time?
My Aunt Ruth joins us.
Yeah, Aunt Ruth. So anyway, we're gonna go get some sushi. We love all of you. Thank you so much for
everyone.
Your support over the last few years. Thank you so much for, sharing my content and letting your followers know about me. All of the support that all of you have given us over the last few years. And, I want to say thank you to the cybersecurity industry for the last 22 years. I've really enjoyed it. There's been some highs and there's been some lows. You know, and I'm excited and looking forward to this next chapter of my life in filmmaking.
Yay.
So love all of you. Thank you so much for joining us. Take care of yourselves out there and take care of each other. Bye.
Bye-bye.